It's a global crisis, so you need to look at global indicators. So what are some of those indicators? The first one I look at every morning is the curves, the COVID-19 new cases and new death curves in the major markets. Despite of everything that we read about the states and how they're not testing, and it seems like a haphazard response, if you look at the deaths per day, it's definitely flattening out. The same's happening in the UK, but for the UK and the US, it does seem very slow. All the other countries are flattening out too, and even Sweden, with their sort of laissez-faire approach to it, it is flattening out as well. So that's good news, and Australia our curve is as flat as a nullable. So that's the first thing I look at. But then you come back to that issue. Okay, what if the curve starts ticking up again, the second wave? Does it matter? That's another question. You know, will the world go back to where we were? Will the lockdown be as severe as what it was? I suspect not. The other couple of indicators that we're looking at is big data. So, you know, I mentioned good to look at global indicators. So Apple mobility data, Apple driving data. So everyone that's got an Apple device, Apple are recording what you're up to, if you're driving or not. And that driving data bottomed in the weeks beginning the 23rd and the 29th of March, depending on the country and the region. So from that point on, the world started driving more. If you're driving more, you're getting out and about, you're spending money, you might be going back to work, you could be doing deliveries, whatever it is. So that's an indication it's been steadily trending up. The other big data point I would refer to is Google searches on COVID-19 and related terms. So again, really interestingly, the number of searches on Google, and it's for Australia and the US particularly, for COVID-19 peaked on the 23rd of March. So there's that date again, Apple mobility data, Google data. The other interesting thing that happened on the 23rd of March was the Australian and US share markets bottomed and have been recovering ever since. So there you go. The final thing I'll say is PMIs. You know, it's a traditional economic indicator, Factory Purchasing Managers Index. The survey that's done all around the world, they ask factory owners, do you expect to produce more in the coming month? And if the number's above 50, it means they are. We suspect that as we get through June, particularly and when we get into July, the PMIs will start going above 50, reflecting the world opening up and off a low base.